I can run a stick welder as a TIG welder and hook it on. Got yourself a TIG welder, and it works just as well. If you leak out your gas, you're going to be pissed. You'll see. So even though stick welding is the process that I use the most in my professional career, the one that I actually like to do the most at home is TIG welding. TIG welding is cleaner, quieter, and just much nicer to look at. So today I'm going to go over how to turn your stick welder into a TIG welder. Just about any welding machine can be a TIG welder with the right equipment. So I want to go over the 3 different types of starting methods for TIG welding. The first one is a high frequency start. The high frequency start, usually on dedicated TIG welders, like my Yes Welder TIG 200P here. It's pretty simple. Hear that? There's a button on the torch, and to start the arc, all I do is get as close as I need to go, hold the button down, and start the arc. And there's also a bunch of different trigger settings I can do, but I'm not going to get into that. So for high frequency start, it's to hold the trigger down, and it automatically starts the arc, and you go about your business. That one's the most common for a TIG welder, and it's usually for dedicated TIG welders. The second one is a lift arc, which is very effective and still very common. This Yes Welder YWM211P is a MIG TIG stick welder. It has a lift arc. Now for this one, and for many lift arc machines, you need something like this. Yes Welder sells these as well. Now I have my code, StickmanFab23, will get you 10% off anything you see, and I will leave links in the description below for everything. This has the right connector to hook into the machine. You screw this into your regulator on your gas bottle, and then the torch itself has a valve. You have to open this up for gas coverage and close it. There is no automatic gas control typically for a lift arc machine. It's a very simple way for a TIG welder, and there's different connectors that you can purchase for the correct one for your machine. So if yours doesn't have the same style that this is, don't worry, there are plenty of other connectors that you can get that have the gas nozzle separate. Now, if you want to do, let's say your welder is just a stick inverter and is not capable of TIG, or so you think. You can get something like this. This, in the industry, we call a dry rig or a TIG rig. It is a gas TIG hose with one connection right here and this anchor. This anchor, you can take your stick electrode like this, your electrode holder, and hook it on, just like that. Now this only works for DC machines. This will not work on AC. This is for DC only. But you can take your electrode holder or your rod holder and hook it onto the anchor, and now you can TIG weld. You just got to make sure that you screw in your gas hose so you get some gas. It's that simple. Every machine, every DC stick machine is capable of TIG welding. I'm going to show you how to hook this up. I'm going to run it in the stick welding mode so I can show you that I can run a stick welder as a TIG welder. Gas hose. Anchor. I'm just going to put this thing in the vise because it's easier for me to hold it, but you can use a pipe wrench or pliers or whatever you want. Put it in the vise. Hook up your gas hose here. Make sure it's good and tight so you don't have any leaking, because then you're not wasting gas. Okay, gas is hooked up. Now this step is very important, and this is one that is skipped a lot. Typically for stick welding, you're running DC positive, which means that your rod holder is hooked into the positive side. You need to hook the rod holder into the negative side and put your ground or your work clamp into the positive side. If you keep it on DC positive, you will melt your tungsten and not be able to TIG weld. I promise. Everybody in the world has done it at least once. Okay, maybe not everybody in the world, but that's it. And then I can take my rod holder, hook this up, turn my bottle on, and I'm good to go. It really is that simple. So if anybody wants to TIG weld, practice at home, all you can find is a 90 amp stick welder from 1975. That's a little Campo Husfield box or Sears box. You can hook this up. You can buy a stick welder on Facebook for $50. Get this TIG rig for 50, 60 bucks, and you've got yourself a TIG welder, and it works just as well. I will show you. Always make sure you got clean metal. Okay, that's cleaned up. So I'm on the stick welding mode right now. I'm going to turn my, sure. One thing about these manual valves is just, you gotta make really sure that you make sure you close this thing all the time, because if you leak out your gas, you're gonna be pissed. Now, with a scratch start, it's just like it sounds like. It's a scratch start. You strike it like a stick welder. So everything's the same except for, well, this isn't a stick welder. You scratch it, stabilize the arc, and you're gonna go about your business TIG welding. Make sure you turn your gas on first. Now at the end of your run, after you're done welding and you need to turn the arc off, all you do is pull the arc away and then come right back to make sure you keep gas covered until it cools down. That's the only downside to a scratch start or even a lift start, that you got to pull away to stop the arc. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more stuff. You'll see. I'll see you later.